Within the past couple of weeks, there has been one in particular game which has taken the video game industry by storm. And what's so shocking about this is the fact that this game has made a very incredibly unprecedented appeal to the first-person shooter community, including Fortnite, Call of Duty, etc. And this game is completely and utterly unrelated. Today we're talking about Fall Guys, of course, which for some reason to me has skyrocketed in popularity despite being completely unrelated and uncharacteristic of just about every game that most people that play it also play in their free time. And I think this really is a testament to quality over quantity. And in the end, really, what makes Fall Guys so incredible is that it has managed to outdo so many other games that are so much more characteristic of what the average 16 to 30-year-old watches on Twitch, what the average young adult plays. And what really amazes me is the fact that this game has just absolutely decimated the competition in such a short time. So what exactly is this game? Well, Fall Guys essentially is a very bare basic battle royale party game. And what makes this game so incredible is the fact that it literally feels like something from a Mario Party game. No joke. And what makes this so shocking to the community, at least, is that just about every big streamer, every big live streamer has been playing this, and in fact, it's gotten kind of sweaty, even competing in some of these tournaments and stuff, and I think that's awesome that they're doing little Fall Guys events and things like that. And I really applaud these developers, man, because they've taken something that is so hard to sell, something that is so unrelated, and managed to make it an absolute global success, a global titan. And I think what makes Fall Guys so successful is the fact that the game simply is good. It does very little, and it does very little very well. And I think that is so much better than an overly convoluted game that might have a lot of features with none of them done well. And I think that a few, Call of Duty games have been victim to that in the past. There are a lot of games really that have been victim to that in the past, but when you really think about successful titles, it makes sense why Fall Guys would be so successful while being so simple. Look at Fortnite, man. I mean, Fortnite's most successful period was when it was very simple and very basic. The most successful period of Counter-Strike as well is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, being very simple and very basic, very core, stripped down shooter gameplay with some intricacies, but in the end it's still pretty simple in comparison to everything else. And I think that there's a desire to play something that isn't overly convoluted, that is straightforward, that is easy to pick up, yet hard to master. That to me is the key to any solid video game. Something that has enough of a skill gap and enough of a process to go through where it takes a while to become what you would call a professional, but it's relatively easy to pick up. Now, me personally, I happen to suck at this game. I'm horrible. I think I might be one of the worst Fall Guys players in existence, and I still legitimately really do enjoy each of my experiences. And again, like I was mentioning earlier, man, this game shocks me because it is so unrelated. It has nothing to do with the shooter game whatsoever. It's incredibly silly and incredibly kid-like in nature. It involves very basic tasks like running on tiles or running on little conveyor belts or whatnot. Running away from little balls or trying to kick a soccer ball type of thing into someone else's court or whatever. Very simple things that require very little training, very little focus to pick up. But to get really good at these and to consistently win at Fall Guys, that's another question. That's something that's a lot more difficult, and that people have been sort of deciphering online, these strategies and things like that. And it blows my mind that something that on the surface, which appears so simple and so un-shooter game-like, so un-Twitch nerd-like in every way, managed to be so successful. This really is a lesson, man, to all the other developers out there, that it's not necessarily the amount of content, but really the quality of the idea. Another wonderful thing is the price. The game is only $20, which is pretty incredible considering how popular it is. I wouldn't say this is a $60 game, considering it only has one multiplayer mode and no story or anything, so I would say $20 to $30 would probably be a fair price, and it definitely feels like it's worth it. This doesn't just feel like a mini game of some other bigger project or some other bigger game. This to me feels like its own project. This feels like it really has been mastered. Again, not having an awful lot of content, but it really feels like this is is something that they have taken their time with and they have mastered. I've noticed, again, a lot of people on Twitch have gravitated to this that I would not have expected to, because as well, the community manager on Twitter, whoever works on their Twitter account, is doing a freaking amazing job. They know exactly how to banter back and forth with, streamers and things like that. They know how to take feedback from their community, and unlike the Call of Duty developers, they seem to actually care about their game and not just go on Twitter to play victim because everybody in their community is so awful, yada yada, like a lot of the COD people do. Fall Guys goes on Twitter and just shoots the shit with everybody, which I think is really amazing because, again, a game that is so kid-like in nature has such a great grasp on what the general online gaming community is, how to appeal to them, how to interact with them, and how to keep them playing their game. Again, in the end, man, the biggest thing is that conceptually, Fall Guys just executes plain well. Just about every mode feels good. It feels like it's balanced. And funny enough, it actually feels skillful. It really feels like I'm earning my placements in each of these games. Again, the basic premise really involves nothing besides running and jumping. For those that don't know, if you're watching the gameplay and looking a bit confused, like I was at first, literally it's just running and jumping. Like everything you see on the surface, that's pretty much all you need to know. You run and jump, you stay on, a log if the log is turning, or if you're trying to jump through tiles and things like that, you run, jump, and occasionally you'll make a dive. But the gameplay is incredibly simple. Again, it's really a marvel in modern game engineering that they thought that this was something that they would be able to come out with and come out with successfully, but thankfully they did because it really is an incredible title. And I saw this would be an interesting video to talk about because it is, again, such a stark contrast from a lot of things we've been seeing recently, and I did think it needed to be applauded. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Check out my Twitch, link is down below in the description. I stream Call of Duty and Fall Guys over there every single day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.